India will hold its first 2+2 dialogue with Australia between foreign and defence ministers to boost the strategic ties today. Indian Defence Minister Rajnath Singh and External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar will hold discussions with his counterpart Peter Dutton and Australian Foreign Minister Marise Payne at Hyderabad House at 11:30 am today. The Australian ministers will also call on Prime Minister Narendra Modi at his residence at 7 Lok Kalyan Marg at 4:30 pm today. The ministers will discuss issues related to economic security, cyber, climate, and other matters. However, the Afghanistan crisis is likely to be the top agenda of the India-Australia 2+2 dialogue, along with other important security issues including China's role in the region and the situation in the East and South China Seas. Moderate rainfall lashed parts of national capital, resulting in waterlogging in various crucial routes in Delhi on Saturday. Traffic snarls were reported as buses were stuck in areas like Moti Bagh, RK Puram, Jor Bagh and Madhu Vihar, where roads were waterlogged due to hours-long rainfall. The Indian Meteorological Department meanwhile has predicted moderate to heavy intensity rain at many places of Delhi on Saturday. The southwest monsoon in Delhi may have been erratic and one of the most delayed this season, but it has given the highest rainfall to the national capital in 11 years, that is 1005.3 mm so far. This is the first time since 2010 that monsoon rainfall in Delhi breached the 1000 mm mark. Normally, the Safdarganj Observatory, which is considered as the official marker for the city, records 648.9 mm rainfall during the monsoon season on an average, according to Indian Meteorological Department data. Between June 1st, when the monsoon season starts, and September 10, it gets 586.4 mm of rainfall. A total of 32,198 patients recovered from COVID-19 in the last 24 hours, bringing India's total recovery to more than 3 crore 23 lakh. India's recovery rate now stands at 97.49%. The weekly positivity rate in the country is 2.26%. It has been less than 3% for the last 78 days. The daily positivity rate is 2.10% currently. A total of more than 15,92,000 samples were tested for COVID-19 in the last 24 hours. Crowd of Karnal's mini secretariat continues. A meeting between Haryana government officers and farmer leaders held on Friday ended on a positive note. The next round of talks will be now held at 9 am on Saturday. This was the third time talks took place between farmer leaders and government officers. From the government side, Additional Chief Secretary Devender Singh and local administrative officers participated in the meeting, while BKU leader Gurnam Singh Chadhuni and other farmer leaders were there to put forth the views of the protesters. The farmers are demanding suspension of former Karnal SDM Ayush Sinha for his controversial order to police to break heads of protesters if they break the cordon. They are also demanding compensation for the family of a farmer who had sustained injuries in the lathi charge and later died of a heart attack. Cancellation of the FIR lodged against the farmer is another demand of the protesters. Farmer leaders feel the matter is likely to be resolved during Saturday's meeting. Meanwhile, farmers laid siege around the BJP office in Jind for 5 hours on Friday when they came to know that party leaders were holding a meeting there. The Yogi Adityanath government has issued notification on Friday declaring 22 wards under the jurisdiction of the Mathura Vrindavan Municipal Corporation a Pavitra Tirtha Sthal, that is pious place of pilgrimage. The sale of alcohol and non-vegetarian food will now be banned in these areas. The move came 10 days after Adityanath directed the Mathura district administration to work on banning meat and liquor in the vicinity of 7 Hindu pilgrimage sites in the temple town, saying that it was the wish of the local people. He made the remarks during Janmashtami celebrations in Mathura Vrindavan on August 30th. The Chief Minister also said that those involved in liquor and meat businesses near these pilgrimage sites would be rehabilitated. Additional Chief Secretary Home Avnish Kumar Avasthi, who is also ACS Religious Affairs, said that an area roughly around 10 square kilometer in the Mathura Vrindavan region has been declared a site of pilgrimage. This area will now be reviewed by the Excise as well as the Food and Civil Supplies Department, and licenses in the region will be revoked accordingly.